Good morning, and we're live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here with Inti,
Hello everyone.
and we're going to show you guys how to use the BitPay wallet. I think BitPay is the best wallet for mobile devices. You could also put it on your iPad. Yes, you can do it on the iPad. iPod. I have my iPod Touch with me here. And we're gonna put some bitcoins on this wallet. And sometime in this video, I'm gonna give you guys the private key to this wallet, and you're gonna go and try to grab that money before anybody else by downloading BitPay and entering the 12-word passwords.
That's what I call it.
And I'm gonna be placing it in the chat room, the 12 words. And so look for that. Just somebody remind me, because I'm going to do it in the middle of our question and answer period and so forth. So if you're interested in that, please stick around. You don't know when it's going to happen, so glad. I hope hopefully you'll be able to grab those 12 words, enter it into your phone, and be able to grab the money out of there before anybody else does. Now, with that said, let's start off by talking about showing you off the BitPay. Here we have Inti. He's gonna. I'm also gonna transfer some money to Inti so that he doesn't feel left out.
Oh, I like that word.
Yes, because I want to show you how simple it is to use this, and also why you want to use BitPay. So, anyways, I like BitPay because it allows you to most businesses use a payment method that only BitPay supports, and so that's why I use it mostly. And then so I just have like walking around money on there. Also, I can do gift cards, right? Like if you head over to here, let's close it and show you. You can see here I can do gift cards for BitPay. Now, hang on a second. Let me just switch screens here because I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing yet. So there we go. You can see there that you can buy Amazon gift cards. You can buy Home Depot gift cards. So it works really good in America. I use it mostly for the Amazon gift cards. I could also use Mercado Libre. You can see the icon, the yellow icon right there, right, which is a South American place where you can purchase things online,
like eBay or something.
Yeah, exactly. It works like eBay kind of, but it's more like an open market where you can buy stuff. But anyways, yes. So that's why I use BitPay as my everyday wallet for walking around money. Now, it's really simple to use. Really, first you have to download it, right? And to download it, all you have to do, right, is head over to the Apple Store or your Play Store, right, and just look for BitPay, do a search on BitPay, hit the search button, and find BitPay, and it looks like this on both the Apple and the Google Store. So once you've done that, right, you have to open it up and take a look at the application. Now, there's a few things you need to know about the application once it opens up. One is that you need to allow notifications. It just helps. The notifications are just to let you know that money's coming in and money's been confirmed in the wallet. So it helps to allow the notifications. Now, once you hit allow on the notifications, you hit get started, right? And then it tells you very important things that a lot of people forget. A lot of people just like, yeah. No. When you're dealing with Bitcoins, you can't go, yeah, whatever, click. No. Read everything it has to say.
Treat it like real money.
Exactly. You got to take this thing seriously. It says here, I understand that my funds are held securely on this device, not by a company. That's critical. There's no one to call should you forget your password.
You forget your password and you're done.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
If you don't have your 12-word seed phrase, you're done. So if you forget your password and you have your 12 words, then you can recover it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have your 12 words and you don't have your password,
Goodbye.
The money's still on the blockchain, but you just gave everybody who owns Bitcoins a little bit more money, basically, because now those Bitcoins are never going to move. I understand that if this app is moved to another device or deleted, my Bitcoins can only be recovered with the recovery phrase. This is so critical, and so many people that I try to teach this, they just like bypass this like it's nothing, and just you can't do that. You can't. So did you set up BitPay on your wallet?
Yes, sir.
Did you back up take a copy of the recovery phrase?
Yes, sir. It's in my notebook.
Okay, good. Excellent work. All right. So next is, right, it's getting started, right? And you could have options of Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, but I suggest you just stick with Bitcoin if you're new to this. Ethereum, key thing to remember about Ethereum that nobody bothers to tell you, right? Bitcoin addresses have a checksum. So if you make if you change one letter, it's gonna know that it's invalid. You do that with Ethereum, and it's not gonna know that it's invalid, and you could send your Ethereum to nowhere.
And it's going to be lost forever.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Exactly.
I actually believe that if you do that with Bitcoin, you actually lose everything too.
Yeah, but it's harder to do that because there's a checksum, right? So the odds of you writing down an invalid address on both Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash is slim to none.
Okay.
Right? But on Ethereum, it's very easy. So be careful about that. So just keep that in mind. Most people don't know that about Ethereum, and now you don't. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe? Oh my God. I just dated myself. I dated myself big time because that's from like the 80s and stuff like that, but whatever. Oh boy. Okay, so anyways, moving right along here. I'm looking at the price of Bitcoin, right? It's falling. I have like a trade open, so anyways, don't mind me. Your funds on your device. Okay, a wallet is like a vault stored on your device, containing your crypto funds. Much like a vault, your wallet only be accessible with the master key. Yes. So yes, you need a key. Basically, a wallet is not. It's not really a wallet. It's actually a keychain. Believe it or not, right? It's a chain of keys, right? But it's most people understand a wallet more than a chain of keys. But really, when you transfer Bitcoins, you're actually unlocking them and moving to another place. So effectively, wallets are really key holders. The key is to your funds. Your wallet master key is a phrase composed of 12 randomly selected words. If you were to ever lose or damage your device, you can restore access to your wallet as long as you have the 12-word master keys. Now, that's a half-truth. As a software developer, that most people look at this and think that you create the 12 words, you sign 12 words and then create a key address. No, it's the other way around. It's a large key number of 256. It's actually let's just see. It's 32 bytes. 32 bytes numbers, and it's a very large number, which we convert to 12 words. It's not the 12 words and then the large number. No, it doesn't work that way. Can, but in most developers do it where they create a large set of strings of numbers and then they create the 12 words. This does because it's 12 words, there's a possibility of collision, but it's very low. Don't lose your key. Yes, this is very important. Don't lose your key. In order to protect your funds from being accessible to hackers and thieves, the master key to your wallet must be kept somewhere safe and remain a secret. So, if I pass you guys the keys, which I'm going to do that later on in the show, you guys could take the money out of the wallet by just entering the keys into the wallet, and boom, you'll see all the money. All right, so another thing I will ask you to do is enter the password. I would highly recommend you do that unless you're walking around with $10, $15 worth of Bitcoins all the time. Because what will happen is if you pass your phone to somebody and it's unlocked, you'll be able to open up BitPay and transfer out the Bitcoins without a password if you don't put a password on there. So place a password on there. Just remember, again, we're going to repeat it. You lose the password and you don't have the 12-word passphrase, you're SOL. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right, so you enter your password and so forth. And now the first thing you come up with is you have to it needs a backup phrase, right? It's really easy. You just click on the settings there, and because there's no other way, you have to click on the settings, and then you have to hit the first key, right? You can create another key and import another key if you want. You open up this key. So, for example, if you wanted to create another, once I give you guys the passphrase, you just click create or import key, and then you just enter in the 12 words. But yeah, click there, and then you click on backup. You click on needs backup right there, and it's gonna take you through the recovery phrase words one by one. Now, if you decide to what happened there? If you decide to say, hey, you know what? I don't want to create a backup phrase, and you try to send Bitcoins to this. This is the screen you get actually. Needs backup, right? And because most wallets will not let you start using it without a backup, because without that backup, you're so screwed. So remember, keep that in mind. All right, so let's head over to. So once you do the backup, you'll be able to receive Bitcoins by clicking on the receive button here, and then you'll see this address and the QR code. And with that QR code, I'm gonna scan it, and then I'm gonna send some Bitcoins to that QR code. And we're gonna send a small amount of Bitcoins right here live on the show. All right, so I'm gonna hit send. I'm gonna hit scan. I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna put in dollars. I'm gonna put in $50 Bitcoins.
Oh, you can translate it into dollars. That's cool.
Yep, I'll show you guys that in a second. I'm just gonna have to enter my password, and then it'll be sent. Here, let me send you some Bitcoins too.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Look at that. It was really fast. We're gonna show you guys that again. Whoops. Sending transaction here.
Code.
All right, and so I'm gonna hit send. So here he's got his QR code right here. You can see. He's got no Bitcoins on there. I don't know if you guys can see that. How well you guys can see that, but you can see it's pretty much the same. And I'm gonna hit the send, and I'm gonna send you $20 worth of Bitcoins. Send, and let's see here.
And golden question: how long does this takes? Because I've been I've done.
It's somewhat instant because
Really?
yes, the only issue is that on we're gonna do a little bit of walkthrough on this. There we go.
Some Bitcoin, some Satoshis is the same.
There we go. So I got the notification here that I received the Bitcoins. Where's that notification? Okay, and then I'm going to take a snapshot and that and show you. Okay. All right. I'm taking a snapshot and it'll show up on my screen there, and you can see the Bitcoins. I'm going to show you guys that. Yeah, and I'm going to open this up here by clicking on the amount, and then I'm going to hit this button here to show you guys that. And I'm going to also show you how to enable, because right now the coins in this address, and hopefully it should be sent by now. There you go. You can see it here. I received the 50 Bitcoins into that account, and you can see that here, but the coins are unconfirmed. And in order to make them be able to spend them, because if I try to spend them on this wallet, it will say no, I can't spend them. So what you have to do is you have to tell it that hey, I want to be able to spend what's it called, unconfirmed funds. And so here I'm going to show you. So you hit the settings button, right? If we head back, there's a settings button. Let's see here, right back here. You know what? I'm just gonna do a screenshot. Hang on a second of the settings button. You're gonna see that. It sounds weird how it says 0, but here we go. And then we're gonna go back in here into settings. Then I'm gonna scroll down to advanced. There it is. Oops, did I see the advanced? No, delete that. Delete. Advanced. There we go. And then I'm going to click on this button right here. And there we go. And I'm going to send some of those funds away. And I'll show you guys how to do that. So you click on the address and you can see there is a send button. See this send button right there? Oops. The send receive button, right? You can hit send to send Bitcoins, and you can hit receive to see the QR code. All right, so over here, right, you click on the settings button, then you click on advance, you scroll down to advance, and then you see use unconfirmed funds. You need to enable that so that you can send unconfirmed funds. If you're trying to buy stuff, most places will not let you use the unconfirmed funds, right? You just click in it, and so it's like on, and that's that. Alrighty, so it's pretty much straightforward how to use this. Again, I can just hit send, right? And here, let me just show you guys that. I can click on there we go, and then it gives me the camera, right, to scan a QR code. There we go. And I'm going to create a QR code, send, and there we go. Oops. Well, the camera already did it. And then right here, there you see the amount, how much you need to put in. I can switch it from BTC to USD. Oops.
No, we're reading some pretty nice questions from the people here.
Oh, awesome. That's great. And I'm going to put in $5. Send. And I'm going to hit send. I can hit send. Let's see here. Oops.
Jay Laszlo asked something very interesting. Doesn't this defeat the purpose of crypto, third party, etc.? does he means a wallet? Because you cannot trade without a wallet, right? I mean, you can, but
You can trade without a wallet. You just leave the money on exchanges, right? If you're doing day trades and so forth, right? Yeah, on this, and so I would not recommend that. I would, because then you are not in possession of the cryptocurrencies. Somebody else is, and so that's why you want to have a wallet, so that you're in the possession of the cryptocurrency, and not somebody else. I keep entering the wrong password.
nice.
There we go. Send.
For example, is it way faster to do a transfer from a wallet to another instead to a wallet to an exchange house, right? Because usually when I do a transfer from my wallet to exchange house, usually it takes like around between 20 minutes and an hour.
Well, it depends, right? Certain exchanges require 3 confirmations, 1 confirmations. I don't. In the past, it used to be 6, but most of them have reduced that down to 3 because there's an 86% chance that the confirmation, that with 3 confirmations that that transaction is not going to be double spent, right? So that's why they would go to 3, and sometimes they only go to 1 because once there's 1 confirmation, the odds are somewhat low that you'll be double spending away. It's still like it's more than 50%. It's 50% chance, more than 50% chance that that confirmation is solid. So that's why they are accepting 1 confirmation. And that's usually around 10 minutes, right? Depending on how much your fees are, right? And we can go into that shortly. So anyways, basically, here you see the account, right? I hit send, and then it shows me, then I click on, what's it called? A scanner, and I can scan the address. I scan an address, and then I get a choice to enter in how much BTC I want, or I switch it by clicking that button up here and switch it to USD. I entered in USD, I put in $5, and I can actually change the fee, right? I think there's a button there. I think it's right here to change the fee. But if you slide this over, then you enter the password and then send the money to the different account, and you hit OK. Yeah, it says payment sent, and that's that. Now, it's not difficult to use Bitcoin, right? Remember, if you change the fee, just keep in mind the lower the fee, the longer it's going to take to actually get confirmed. So yeah, let's move on. So I hope you guys learned something on how to use BitPay, and if you haven't used Bitcoin before, I hope you guys got something out of that.
Oh, remind people about the rally, because a lot of people came into the stream now.
About the rally?
Yes. About the kind of competition of who gets to kill first.
Oh, okay. So yeah, once again, sometime in between now and the end of the stream, I will be posting in the my 12-word password, and you get to steal some of those Bitcoin, to get the first person to grab those Bitcoins by entering the 12-word password wins, basically. So yeah, looking forward to see who manages to take away those Bitcoins from the wallet. Of course, that you have to wait. You don't have to wait for it to confirm, but you gotta set up all the settings so that you can do that, so you can take the money. So good luck.
Just be sure to not post your actual the keys of your main wallet. Please.
Yeah. No. Anyways, so what's the first question for today? Oh,
Who was the
What
rich?
was the first question? Well, there was a question yesterday actually that somebody wanted to know, how did I meet this guy, bro?
Yeah, I'm an orphan. He adopted me. No.
Well, he's dating my daughter here, Yanela. This is her right here. You know what? I forgot to move the camera here.
It was
And-
Alicia Amiga who asked the question.
And so, I have a shotgun, right? So, he knows he behaves himself very well. So, okay, so
Oh my god.
he's seen it a couple times.
It was really, really funny because I was having my first date with Davinci's daughter, and I was on my knees talking to her in her room, and I did not know this man was his dad. So out of sudden, when I was on my knees on my first date with her, there came this man, like 2 meters tall, like this, and I said, "Hey, Janela, who's that guy?" And I just, "Hello, sir." And I go and I grab his hand. I'm really respectful because I don't know who this man is, but if he's something important, I'm going to be fine. I just grabbed my pants and then I discovered, because it's not very intuitive, and that's how the adventure started.
Yeah. So, anyways, we went out for dinner with all of us, right, on a date together, making sure that this guy was behaving. So, anyways,
Yeah, with the gun under the table,
Oh, damn. So, anyways, that was a good question. Thank you for asking. Then, all right, so let's just go on to some other questions of the day.
Yes. Okay. Amazing hairstyle and fun. Ask, when does Silver Moon?
Yeah, I think we already discovered that. Again, we're gonna have to wait until the dollar collapse because silver, the banks have got silver completely controlled with their ETFs, their what's it called, the manipulation on the commodities exchange, right? There's only like 2% of all the different contracts that are out there promising silver, and there's not enough silver to cover all the promises of silver. And so and then of course there's been lots of lawsuits where if you just Google this, right, this is industry practice with Morgan Stanley, where they got sued because they were charging clients for storing silver they didn't have, right? I mean, and they call this industry practice. So that there's a lot of people who believe they own silver, probably millions and millions of people. And we're going to have a shocking revelation when that happens. It's going to be it's going to be the biggest shock to the system once that happens, because most people who believe they have silver, believe they have gold, have nothing. And they will get dollars for sure, but that will be too late because they won't be able to buy the gold, physical gold and silver, because no one will sell it to them, right? And if they do, it'll be like some crazy price, right? In pie in the sky price. It's going to be one of those events that will you'll be shaking your head with disbelief, because it's going to be one of those overnight events. It's going to slowly move up, and then overnight they're going to have, okay, we got to reprice this, and we have to have once they're going to have a sort of like a Bretton Woods or a restructure of our financial system, and that overnight restructure will have the price of gold and silver in some astronomical amount that's unreal, and then it'll continue to go up after the restructure, because no one's going to believe them. So yeah, that's where we're gonna have. That's when things are gonna go nuts.
Rob says they only have a slip of paper saying I owe you.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's how it is. And Ann Holleman, that always has nice questions, this time says, Silver is doing a little action today. Yes, today. Just wait.
Yes.
Just wait until they can't suppress Silver anymore.
I know. I mean, Silver. I don't concern myself with the day-to-day movements of Silver, right? I just buy and forget about the price. I don't even look at the price anymore. I hear people telling me about the price of Silver, and I don't care. I'm holding it for two reasons. One, for retirement. Two, because I know that, hey, this thing is gonna go absolutely ballistic. Beyond, you think the gains, I mean, it's never gonna match the gains of Bitcoin, but it's going to be one of those epic things in the market. Once the real truth of Silver comes out, basically. Okay, so what?
We have a super chat, a big one.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, Crypto Investor, thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for the $10 tip.
Okay, compra una cerveza, una botella de vino y disfruta. With the little old lady, why you sell?
Little old lady strategy. Why sell half on a double?
Yes.
Right.
Why not after 4 or after 10% gain?
Okay. The reason why is that it's a lot of people have tried different methods with this, and the little old lady strategy has existed well before Brian Beamish came up with it and gave it a name. This is well-known strategy for high risk assets and high risk venture cap stocks. And so, and then it's very profitable, and it works very well. And because they know this at the stock exchanges, they prevent you actually from doing that. Actually, they do not let you keep a sell order or a buy order on the books. You actually have to renew it every month, unless you are an insider.
If you're an insider, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
You can move the market. You can screw a stop loss of people. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, they actually. I was actually offered that, right, in order to move money out of crypto into stocks, and they offered me, because I was ready to move like millions. They offered me this that deal where I would be able to keep my buy and sell orders on the books until they were executed. And I mean, I was offered access to complete finance, high-end finance, and I just turned it down. Not because not just because I'm not so keen about stocks, but because it was so impossible to get them the money that I was like, okay, so I want to get you this money, right? And you need to open up a bank account. And so first they tried opening up a bank account, and I showed them all how I got the money, and they were like, yeah, no. Okay, so I tried another bank, and it was like, yeah, no. So because I couldn't open up an account to send them the money, I was like, okay, you know what? Screw this, right? The government, the banking system wants to prevent me from doing this. Fine. You know what? It was probably a bad idea anyways, because you know what? I already know that the stocks are not going to be mine anyway. So I just let it go and didn't bother following through with that idea. All right. So next question.
Let's see. Do you set the stop losses in the little lady strategies?
No. Actually, the stop loss is zero. Basically, it goes to zero. the stock, if the coin or stock goes to zero, that's that. That's why you have to put in very small amounts, so that the amount that you put in, you can feel like, oh, it went to zero. Oh well, next thing, the next bust in 20 minutes, okay? And you look for another asset to invest, and that's that, right? And then you feel a lot better. But yeah, just keep in mind that this strategy has existed for quite some time and does very well. You don't need to modify it. You can try and see how you do, but the people who have I've met traders that have done that, and they didn't do as well as I did, or as Brian Beamish has done in their portfolio.
Well, Brian Scott. But
Yeah.
something really important about the little lady strategy is that you have to know when is the alt season. Because if you do it off season, you're just going to lose money. You're going to put your money into a coin that is going to fall.
Yeah, but there is a method of buying the coin that you wouldn't have been able to. You wouldn't be buying it during the process of it falling, and the amount that you put in also indicates. Like let's just say a coin moons to some like ridiculous amount, like 300x. And then you go draw your fibs, and you're like, okay, well, the 61.8 is really super high. Well, you can still buy there, right? However, I would suggest you buy at the 88.6. And if you do buy at the 61.8, the amount you should put in is enough that you should go, oh, okay, yeah, if I'm wrong at the 61.8 and it doesn't bounce, I don't lose anything. I don't lose a whole lot of money. I don't care if I lost that. And the same with 78.6. But the real, especially when it moons, if it just goes straight up like face rip, like, oh, then you should really go to the 88.6. So there is some method to this madness of when you buy, so that you don't constantly just watch it lose money. And because in some cases where it you have to wait for the 78.6, it's most people get impatient, and then they try to jump in because sometimes it takes years for the coin to come back down to either the 78.6 or the 88.6, I think it's 88.6 level. And so I understand that some people are impatient, or you get freaked out and you watch the price go up and you want to buy it, and that's those things you don't do. You don't buy. You don't get impatient and buy when it's coming down. You wait for your levels, and you don't get impatient and buy when it's going up. And you wait for your levels because you're going to lose money. And yeah, there will be times when this strategy is not working for you, because there's no such thing as a strategy that works 100% of the time. It just doesn't happen. When I got into this strategy, I remember watching my portfolio move up to like 3x, and then coming down, getting cut in half when the season was over. That's just the way it is, right? There's going to be times when things go high and things come back down and they go lower again. But overall, you want to know, does this strategy work? Yes, it does. In the long run, it does. And that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, closing with little lady strategy. This question is from John Mandy and Jeremy Conception. That the little lady strategy is a strategy of investing into. It can be used in the stocks, Bitcoin, altcoins, etc. And Davinci has really nice tutorials in davincicodes.net that you should check out.
Oh yes, that's right. There's free tutorials on how to use the little lady strategy. It's like assumes that you know nothing about trading, absolutely nothing. So that's why it's quite long. And if you want to check it out, just head over to davincicodes.net and look for video, look for more, click on more, and then videos.
Yes. And when you see the liquidity strategy, we do have a screening model made to choose which coins are we going to invest and which coins are we going just to ignore. Of course, we don't randomly choose them. We try to choose them fundamentally, looking forward, like, I don't know, from here to 3 months or 6 months or the end of the season, the thing is going to pump, etc.
Yeah.
Well, next question.
I personally do not like looking at fundamentals all that much.
I do.
Just so you know, I know you do, but I don't, because you miss out on a lot of coins when you just focus only on fundamentals. And if you just the only fundamental thing I look at is how many exchanges that this coin has been listed on. This way, if it's not listed on many exchanges, I keep the losses even tinier than normal. So that's how that's the only fundamental analysis that I do. So yeah, next question.
Okay, so Orkun Saigin asks, how can we transfer from ATM to hardware wallet? Not a wallet on your phone, so how can you scan QR code if hardware is at home?
Okay, so what you should do is just put it in your phone and then transfer it to your hardware wallet afterwards. And that's where the BitPay account comes from, right? So you could just have it temporarily placed in your phone, and then also when you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, I have to waste a lot of money in transaction fees. Well, you can control the transaction fees and put it extremely low, because if it's for long-term storage, what does it matter if it gets confirmed in 2 weeks? Just wait. So yeah, that's another option right there. By the way, before I go on to the next question, I did dump into the chat room a while back the 12-word passphrase. I didn't say it. I wanted to
You bastard!
so hopefully somebody noticed that, and they're watching the chat group, because I did say it was going to go in the chat group.
Yeah, I don't see people freaking out yet.
Yeah, and so I'm wondering how many people ran out and quickly got that money. Let me see if the money's already gone. How quickly people have gone into it. Let's see here. It's still there. No, 0. It's gone.
It's gone.
That was quick. Like a couple minutes ago, like 2 minutes, like 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago.
I got the $50, Davinci. You want $50?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Congratulations to Josh Horn.
Yeah, congratulations. You moved really quickly.
Very quick action.
Very quick action. Wow. And you sent it to a Bitcoin, a SegWit address. I didn't know you could do that with BitPay. Wow, that's awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. All right, so what was that last question?
Last question. Well, we have a lot. We have to distinguish which is the best. Okay, Andrej Giardisa asks, Davinci, do you think we'll see a mass deflation and then inflation?
That's an ongoing debate of whether or not we're going to see a mass deflation and then inflation. Mike Maloney would say that we're going to see deflation because a lot of people are going to be fearful, saving their money and in order to and not spending it, and so that will cause deflation, meaning prices start to drop because the money is being held in savings. That I understand that point of view. However, remember that they can always do helicopter money should that happen, and just drop money everywhere to everybody. and obviously there's going to be people who are going to spend money if they receive it for free. I guess we could go into deflation first, and it all depends on what happens, because I don't think the problem is I people say that people are going to save money or pay down debts and stuff like that, and then that will cause deflation. But I find that most people are so indebted and don't have any money. They can't even move to save. They can't save or anything, and they have no room to go more into debt. So maybe that will cause the deflation, and then that would actually cause more what's it called, defaults and on credit cards and assets, cars, and so forth. It may seem like deflation because now those things, because what you're considering deflation is actually price, and that's not deflationary. What you're seeing is like, okay, for example, a lot of people purchased cars, houses, stocks, whatever asset on debt. And then all of a sudden they can't pay it back. And so what happens? Well, they have to sell those assets into the market. Either the bank takes possession of those assets and sells them, right? Or the individual does. And then the price of those assets go down. And that seems like deflation, but not really, because the money supply has grown, right? It just hasn't gotten to the people who have those assets like cars, stocks, and houses. And so they are SOL, so they have to sell their assets. That makes it seem like prices are coming down. And nobody's buying anything, so that makes it so in order for people to buy more stuff at Walmart has to discount it. That seems like everything is being deflated, but it's not. There's a lot more money in the system. It's just not getting to the people who will spend it. And so that's where the helicopter money comes in, and where they're talking about that should people are unable to spend, they'll just drop money on from helicopters. So yeah,
you know, whenever you talk about like the future in the economic system, I feel way worse.
You think that's a good idea for them to drop money from helicopters?
Come on, I'm 20 years old, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah, bad idea. Right, I remember one person saying that, you know what, if they dropped $1 million on every single person, every single American in the world, and everybody was afraid of thinking that things were going to get worse and started saving the money, then there'd be no inflation. Yeah, but
that would be the worst idea ever. That would be the worst idea ever. If you give me $1 million, I go immediately to buy any kind of commodity there is. Because I know if everyone is getting one, then this $1 million is going to be worthless.
Exactly.
In no time.
Exactly. I think a lot more people will know, have an idea that the money they get from a helicopter drop is not going to be worth anything. So yeah, it'll be. I don't see prices going down after a helicopter money drop. I'm wondering, would anybody here in this chat, in this watching this video, not spend that money if they gave it to you for free, and not buy bitcoins immediately if they gave it to you for free? If you're one of those people who would actually save it, please drop a comment. They're
going to bully you.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to bully you. So and try to convince you how that is not a bright idea. Okay, so with that said, well, thank you for watching the videos, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow maybe, or see you when I see you.
Goodbye, people.
Cheers.